Hi guys, this is Gadget Man 404 and today I'm doing a flight with my Syma x8c and I'm using my Wamius action camera and I've set it up at 120 frames a second. This is a voiceover from the original clip, so that's why it won't be in sync as such, because you don't know what was original audio anyway. Now unfortunately, when I had my camera mounted on my head cam, like a hat cam thing, it wasn't pointing up all the time, but later on in the video it drops down and you do see it. I'm filming at 120 frames a second, so when I do a slow motion, which is later on in the video, you can see the blades literally singularly going round and it looks really cool. Like, I will class that is the money shot. Now to me, I think I'm looking high enough. You just see the bottom of the legs there, but sorry guys, I wasn't always looking high enough, and now I know in the future I just need to move my cap half an inch higher than it was the other day, and I know exactly where it was. So the next time I do some flights, it will be better for you guys, because at the end of the day I wanted to show you how it handles. Since I've changed the motors, I've got the CG perfect now. So I think before, when I did a help video what's going on, it was just the CG was out. No one ever even suggested that check the CG. Everyone was saying, are your motors on the way out? Are your props balanced? And all that kind of stuff, which is all the basic stuff. But it was just the basic thing, like the camera was too far forward. And that's why when I went forward, it pitched forward really aggressive, and then the camera was just looking at the floor. But in this flight, if you could only see how it's flying flying pretty level, even in high rates, because when you fly the Syma x8c to get better performance even in a mild wind, it's better if you have it in high rates. You can fly it without high rates, but not carrying a camera. I always find it just handles flying better in high rates when you're carrying a camera. The propellers are at least 8 to 9 inches anyway, so they are good for carrying payloads, but I find that you have to, basically, if you want to do it, that is the best way. I think here's where I do the slow motion. Don't know if it's here. Yeah, the slow motion will be coming any second now. So, as I say, I was filming in 120 frames a second originally, and now in the editing software, I'm now slowing it down. So in a few seconds, when it starts to come down, you'll see the propeller. There you go. You can see quite clearly the propeller's going nice and slow, which is what I wanted. As I would say, that is the money shot right there. That just looks awesome to me. I don't know about you guys. If you like it, comment. Do you like this video or not? I'm sorry I didn't have my helmet cam pointing up, but for the last bit of the flight at least, I did manage to get some of the quad in shot. And basically how I was using this camera, I was setting it up over Wi-Fi, and I was using my iPad. And unfortunately the bracket for my iPad it's quite low down on my tripod, so I need to rig up some other way of having the iPod monitor, or the iPad, sorry, a lot higher, so I can just briefly glimpse down at it. I was having to proper turn my head down, and then you forget when you're flying, you don't always look where you should be looking. So this is just one of those days. I did quite a few videos this day. Unfortunately, possibly most of them will be very similar. There is one which I definitely get eye level quite a lot, and that will be editing later, because I have to do 2 lots of editing software. I have to use VidTrim Pro or VidTrim to edit the video down to what length I want. Then I have to use another app called Action Director, and that what lets me either time lapse forward or reverse and sort of choose the speed, and I'm at 4 frames, or the maximum slow rate that it will do. And I just think it's really, really cool. You don't have to watch this all the way to the end, because the most of the shot was back there when you could see the blades going round. There are more videos to follow. I haven't been able to get my LG repaired, unfortunately, so I'm having to use an old work phone which they want back. So I'm trying to download APK versions of the apps on the Google store and try and installing them onto an older phone, like I've got a Galaxy S2. You go to the Google store and download the app, and it doesn't work. It says it's not compatible, but if you get the APK, you can get an earlier version. So yeah, hope you guys enjoy this flight. Sorry there wasn't much of the flight. This is Gadget Man 404 out.